Hello and welcome to my weekly video blog, and today on A Vogel Talks Menopause I'm going to be talking about blurred vision and vision changes in the perimenopause and menopause. If you like my tips and advice, then please subscribe and remember to hit the bell icon so you can be notified of all my new videos. We know that eye health generally can be impacted in the perimenopause and the menopause, and two of the more common ones along with dry eyes is blurred vision and also vision changes. So today I'm going to look at these two main ones, why they happen and what you can do to look after yourself. So one of the things that can happen is that falling estrogen, especially if it's a sudden drop, if there's sudden changes going on, that can affect the pressure of your eye. It can also affect your sight generally. So if there's an extra pressure in the eye or even a drop of pressure in the eye, that will change the way that your eye sees light, so that will affect your vision. You may find that you can't see close up as well as you could. You might have to squint. You might have to start wearing glasses, which you didn't have to wear them before. One of the telltale signs, especially if the shape of the eye changes as well, and estrogen can do this too, is that if you wear contact lenses, you find that your contact lenses start to irritate the eye because they're not a good fit anymore. This different pressure, changes in eye shape can also affect the production of tears, which can lead to dry eyes. And then what happens is that because your eyes are so dry, they will start to produce extra moisture, and that can then lead to watery eyes. So both of these conditions can be because of the same cause. The other thing that can happen here is that you can get blurred vision generally, and especially if your eyes are dry or really watery, that can just be, one of the main causes. But what can happen to the sudden changes of estrogen can affect the production of oil around the eye. So there's little oil glands around the eye which help to keep everything elastic and moving well, especially the cornea. And if your cornea shape changes or becomes less elastic, then it's much more difficult for your eyes to correctly deal with the light that's going through them. So that in itself is going to affect your vision, and it can cause the blurriness. The other reason for blurriness is just age related. By the time we get to 45 to 55, it can be just simple aging and nothing else. But it could also be health issues such as diabetes. So you've got to watch with this one. It can be eye strain. If you spend a lot of time on your computer, on your phone, that can be an issue. And one of the things that can happen in the menopause is we are much more vulnerable to high blood pressure. High blood pressure can affect your vision. And the other, last but not least, trigger for blurriness is dehydration. So the water is very, very important. So what to do for both these situations here? You do need to protect your eyes from the sun. So if you live in a hot country or a country where there's a lot of sun, not that it's likely to affect us too much here in Scotland, but it's really important to protect your eyes with proper sunglasses and not cheap ones, because very often the cheap ones don't have that added protection for your eyes. If you're doing a lot of computer work, if you're on your phone a lot, take regular breaks, and sometimes even just putting your hands over your eyes and closing them just to get that bit of darkness for a few seconds can be really, really helpful. Avoid smoking as well, because that's a big issue. That we do know that smoking can affect the eyes as well. You need to look at your diet. It's really important. Remember, your nutritional needs go up generally in the perimenopause and the menopause. So you're looking at things like antioxidants and compounds such as lutein and zeaxanthin, zinc, your omega-3, which is your fish oils, vitamin C and vitamin E. All of these are needed to help protect your eyes and also keep your eyes really, really healthy. You can look at a phytoestrogen supplement to help, especially to help that fluctuation of estrogen that may be going on, especially for the vision changes. You can also use heated eye pads. These are very soothing. So especially if your eyes get really tired and blurry by early evening, and you can massage the eye just very, very gently. So you would just very gently massage the eye in towards the nose, over the top of the eye, and just very, very gently under the eye as well. And this can be lovely and soothing for those tired eyes. Do get your eyes tested regularly once you hit the perimenopause, because this is when changes can occur really, really quickly. Let them know that you're in the perimenopause and the menopause so that they can take that into account. Remember the water, really important. And if your eyes are dry as well, then go with a sea buckthorn oil supplement. Remember the diet, and if you're looking for supplements that contain extracts of things like lutein and zeaxanthin and zinc, you could go with our Vision Complex. And if your eyes are really, really dry, then, if I can find it, there's our extra dry eye drops. The one important thing here is that if you try these changes, but if your vision is deteriorating, if also the blurriness is not abating at all, then do go and get this checked out by your doctor, just to rule out the other health issues such as diabetes and high blood pressure. So I hope you found this one helpful. It's just such a common symptom. So many of you have come to me with eye issues, so hopefully this is going to help. If any of you out there have had problems with your eyes, or you've found things that have really helped you, then do let us know. And until then, I'll see you next week for another edition of A. Vogel Talks Menopause.